There's a point in every trader's journey where you finally realize that the charts aren't your biggest obstacle, the market isn't your biggest enemy, and the volatility isn't what's destroying your results. The real challenge is inside you. The real challenge is your inability to wait. The truth is simple. Trading will expose how impatient you truly are. It will expose your craving for instant validation, your desire for quick profits, your tendency to run from discomfort, and your habit of chasing immediate satisfaction. And if you don't learn the art of delayed gratification, the market will drain every part of you, your emotions, your discipline, and eventually your money. The traders who win are not the ones who predict the market, they're the ones who master themselves. And mastering yourself starts with delaying gratification. Delayed gratification in trading means giving up the tiny emotional reward of acting now so you can benefit from a bigger financial reward later. It means resisting the urge to jump into a trade just because you want to feel active. It means holding off on closing a winning trade too early just because you're scared it might reverse. It means skipping setups that look tempting but don't align with your rules. It means trusting that waiting will pay you more than rushing ever will. But the issue is that most people enter trading with the mindset of instant results. They look at social media and see traders turning small accounts into massive ones in a short time. They see highlight reels of profits and screenshots of wins. And because of this, they believe trading is supposed to be quick, exciting, and constantly rewarding. But the traders who genuinely make money know the truth. Trading is slow, boring, repetitive, and heavily dependent on your ability to wait through discomfort. Your brain is wired to hate waiting. From childhood, the world trains you to seek quick rewards. Every notification, every viral video, every like on social media, every instant form of entertainment teaches your mind that pleasure should come immediately. So, when you enter the trading world where success requires you to wait, delay, pause, observe, and only act when conditions are perfect, your brain rebels. Your mind wants dopamine, the chemical your brain releases when something feels rewarding. It loves the excitement of being in a trade, the rush of watching a candle move, the thrill of profit flashing on your screen. This is why many traders take trades that don't fit their strategy. They aren't trading for financial gain. They are trading for emotional relief. They are trading to avoid discomfort, boredom, and the feeling of waiting. But the traders who can sit through discomfort long enough to see the bigger reward are the ones who grow their accounts over time. The dopamine trap is one of the silent killers in trading. Every time you take an impulsive trade and it wins, your brain gets rewarded for bad behavior. You begin to associate impatience with success. You convince yourself that your intuition is a strategy, that your impulses are signals, and that rushing into trades is working. But then, the market does what the market always does. It humbles you. It takes back everything it gave you, and it takes more. That rush you chase becomes the reason you blow accounts, and the worst part is that you don't realize you're addicted to the feeling of instant gratification until your trading becomes a loop. You lose, you rush to make it back, you lose more, you rush again, and the cycle repeats until there's nothing left but frustration. The art of delayed gratification breaks this cycle by teaching you to value long-term results over short-term satisfaction. Instant gratification is deadly in trading because it puts you in a mindset where every trade must be a win, every movement must favor you, and every opportunity must be acted upon immediately. You start thinking you're missing out if you're not constantly entering trades. You start believing that the market owes you something just because you've been watching it. You start forcing setups because you're tired of waiting for a perfect one. But trading doesn't reward movement, it rewards precision. The more you act out of impulse, the more the market drains from you. The more you feel the need to be involved in every candle, the more you expose yourself to unnecessary risk. The difference between professional traders and losing traders is simple. Professionals wait for confirmation. Losing traders try to predict the future based on how they feel. Short-term emotions are the number one barrier keeping people from long-term trading success. Every impulsive decision you've ever made in the market came from an emotional trigger: fear of missing out, fear of losing, excitement over a potential win, frustration after a loss, or boredom during slow market periods. The problem is that emotions operate on short-term signals, while trading requires long-term vision. When you act on emotion, you sabotage long-term potential for short-term relief. Short-term satisfaction feels good, but long-term success feels better. However, most people never experience long-term success because they can't survive the short-term discomfort. Delayed gratification teaches you to separate temporary feelings from long-term goals. It trains you to make decisions based on strategy, not emotion, and this separation is what creates consistency. Winning traders are not defined by how many trades they take, they're defined by how many temptations they can resist. The art of delayed gratification is the reason professional traders sit through long periods of nothingness without reacting. They don't jump into random setups. They don't chase after the market. They don't treat every candle as an opportunity. They understand that the market does not produce high-quality setups all the time. They have mastered the patience to wait for the right moment, and that patience is built through delayed gratification. Every time a trader skips a low-quality setup, they're practicing discipline. Every time they hold a winning trade until their strategy says exit, they're practicing patience. Every time they accept a stop loss without revenge trading, they're practicing emotional control. These small acts of restraint are what separate consistent traders from emotional ones. Delayed gratification shows up everywhere in life, not just in trading. The same people who quit diets early, quit goals early, quit habits early, and quit anything that doesn't give them immediate results are the same people who quit trading strategies early. They switch systems, change indicators, and jump from one method to another without giving any strategy enough time to prove its worth. They look for shortcuts because waiting feels like weakness, but the truth is that waiting is strength. The people who build successful businesses, strong bodies, meaningful careers, or lasting wealth are the ones who delay short-term pleasure for long-term growth. Trading follows the same formula. If you cannot delay gratification in your life, you will not delay gratification in the market. And if you cannot delay gratification in the market, you will never reach consistent profitability. Skipping bad setups is one of the most powerful expressions of delayed gratification. Every trader knows the temptation of seeing a chart that looks almost right. It's not perfect, but it's close. Not ideal, but it might work. You tell yourself that you're skilled enough to make it work. You tell yourself that the market won't punish you this time. You tell yourself that you need to stay active. But skipping that setup, walking away, and trusting your rules is what grows accounts. It feels painful in the moment, but rewarding in the long run. Bad setups don't just lose money, they destroy discipline. And once your discipline falls, so does your consistency. Delayed gratification reinforces your rules. It teaches you to protect your future profits by sacrificing the urge to act now. Training. Delayed gratification is not something that happens overnight. It requires deliberate effort, self-awareness, and emotional maturity. It starts with accepting that your trading success depends on your ability to wait. It starts with understanding your triggers and knowing when you're trading for emotional relief instead of strategic purpose. It starts with building habits that slow you down, journaling your trades, setting alerts instead of staring at charts for hours, defining clear entry and exit rules, and walking away from the screen when you feel tempted to deviate from your plan. Delayed gratification becomes easier when you recognize that your only job as a trader is to take high probability trades. Anything outside your strategy is noise, and noise exists to distract you from your goals. Certain trading strategies naturally reinforce delayed gratification. Trend following systems require waiting for pullbacks. Breakout strategies require waiting for confirmation. Swing trading requires waiting for days or weeks to enter. Risk management requires waiting for the right reward to risk ratio. The market punishes traders who rush and rewards traders who wait. When you build a strategy that forces you to wait, you begin training your mind to value patience. You become more comfortable with inactivity because inactivity means discipline, not failure. You stop seeking random opportunities and start preparing for real ones. And when those real opportunities arrive, you are mentally ready to execute without hesitation. The long-term payoff of delayed gratification is freedom, emotional freedom and financial freedom. The freedom to trade without fear, without rushing, without reacting to every candle. When you master delayed gratification, you stop being controlled by the market. You stop being controlled by your impulses. You stop making decisions from a place of desperation. You gain the ability to stick to your plan even when it's uncomfortable. You gain the ability to stay focused on the big picture. You gain the peace that comes from trusting your strategy, your discipline, and your future. Most traders never experience this because they quit before they ever learn to wait. But the ones who learn the art of delayed gratification build the foundation for consistency. The final truth is this: trading is not a test of intelligence, it is a test of endurance. The market doesn't reward the smartest trader, the fastest trader, or the most talented trader. It rewards the trader who can delay gratification the longest. It rewards the trader who knows how to sit through boredom, ignore temptation, stay calm in uncertainty, and wait for the perfect moment to strike. Delayed gratification is not a trading trick. It is the foundation of trading psychology. And if you can master it, you unlock a version of yourself capable of long-term success. The traders who thrive are the ones who understand that you don't win by acting fast, you win by acting right. And acting right requires waiting. Trading becomes easier when you finally accept that your future profits depend on your willingness to delay present desires. And once you embrace that truth, the market starts to open its doors to you.